Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of what is now almost football. I talked about it last week, rebranding the show already. We've made it a month in, and this is already rebranded. It didn't last long, but we changed it already. As you can see, if you're watching on the YouTube, we have a new graphic and everything now loaded up. But this is almost football. All right. This is the Grand Island College Football Show. Is no more, or it's still here, but we just rebranded.
Still here.
We changed it up.
Gotta say too, Grant, these colors, man, it's pretty good colors. Fall vibes.
Fall vibes. Yeah.
Football
I just wanted to
vibes?
go.
That's awesome.
Do you want to know, honestly? I just searched retro on Canva, and this was like the second thing
AI
that came
created
up.
this.
So,
Hell yeah.
close. I don't know actually if AI created it or not. We'll leave that up to the viewers to debate if AI made this or not. It wasn't me, if that makes anyone feel better. But yeah, because I talked about it, I was like, there's like, oh, I like the movie Almost Famous. What if this is just almost football? And I was like, let's get a retro vibe, kind of like the movie. So now we're almost football. This is what it is. And like I said, I don't like Joe. You're a part of this, man. Like it's not all about me. And if anything, this is about the football, right? So
This is AF.
it's almost football. There it is. And so now it's the almost football show, maybe with Grant Allen, with Joey Bush, and featuring Ludacris.
Ludacris, yeah.
But I'm also listening to I got nugs.net, maybe potential future sponsor in the mix there. And we are open to sponsor by. We got FanDuel up here now, but if you want to, we can be bought. It's not for any price, almost.
Pretty much anything, yeah.
It wouldn't be difficult at all. But I'm listening to his show at Red Rocks on nugs.net. And he's talking about it. He's like, I'm tired of this being all me. So now instead of Sturgill Simpson, we're Johnny Blue Skies in the Dark Clouds. And we're not going to be like I don't know, like Grant Dark Skies and the Bushwhacks or whatever here, but we're almost football is what this is now. So
This kind of a good name though.
New name, same show. It's all the same, guys.
Our third rebranding in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we'll be rebranding this again in a month. Come January, this is going to be almost basketball, and then we got almost the Masters, and we'll see what happens after that.
Playoff hockey.
But almost football, though, as I mentioned earlier, it is actually sponsored by FanDuel. Somehow, some way we made it. Does FanDuel know that they're sponsoring this show? No, probably not. They wanted to sponsor Washed Up Walk-Ons, but we're on the RSS feed, so they technically are sponsoring this as well. So thank you to FanDuel. Place all your bets on FanDuel FanDuel Sportsbook. I love it. I'll be honest. I think it's a great app. Beforehand, we couldn't. There was a while where I couldn't talk about the gambling. Right, gambling used to be a kind of niche subject. You can't really talk about it too much. But now that FanDuel is sponsoring the show, I can say with my chest how much I love FanDuel and everything about it. So use the FanDuel Sportsbook. Now we have a ton of football to get into, and despite a crazy weekend of, you had OU Texas, you had Ohio State Illinois, you had Indiana Oregon, Bama, Mizzou, you had all these crazy great games. What is leading the headlines right now is none other than Mr. James Franklin, fired and out at Penn State after 10, 12 years? He's been there a long time. He's now let go Sunday morning after losing to Northwestern and then losing to UCLA the week before and losing to Oregon the week before that. He is now out of a job. He's unemployed, which I think this is now – you're like, oh, okay, look, Penn State loses to Northwestern. There isn't even a play that's worth breaking down in that game, right? It doesn't even matter. It's inconsequential, all right? So there's just a ton that goes in now to the fact that James Franklin has been fired. And did I think when I was playing out the show that Penn State Northwestern was going to lead off? No, but we have to now. This is when it has to be. James Franklin fired, though. Many thoughts about it. My first thought is that should Northwestern be sneaky pissed about this? Because this, it's a great win for Northwestern, I think, anyway. Beating Penn State is great. But then Penn State's looking at their program and are like, all right, losing to these guys is the last straw. We can't – this guy has to go now. All right, this team is inexcusable to lose to. We cannot lose to Northwestern ever again. Well, meanwhile, Northwestern is celebrating. I mean, almost Northwestern – shouldn't you be like, hey, this was a terrible firing. We're a quality loss. Like, I don't get why. Like, sometimes
you should be fine for James Franklin.
Like, unless, I don't know, are Northwestern and Penn State rivals now where they want to Like, I get celebrating the firing of your rival's coach or whatever. Like, we were the nail in his coffin to get rid of him, right? But you're Northwestern, like, this could have been, like, preseason, you would have said this was, like, the biggest win of the season. It still probably is, but no, they're just kind of, like, sneak dissing Northwestern a little bit on the side. I don't know. I don't love that, but the news, it was building, right?
The seat
Oregon
was getting hot.
I don't think Oregon is a bad loss, and he loses in overtime, but it was a level where it's like, is he ever going to win this big game? Then he loses to UCLA, and then now he loses to Northwestern, and the rumblings were going around. Like, it almost didn't feel like a possibility that he was even going to lose to Northwestern, but he kind of got dominated by Northwestern again. Like, it seemed like the team really quit. And, like, a lot of times I don't think it matters necessarily how good of a coach you are or how bad of a coach you are, but half it's just, can the players respect you? Can the players go out there and battle for you and represent the program that you've built and the culture that you have out there? And I don't think it matters how good the talent was or how good of a coach James Franklin is. I think they just gave up on what was being there, frankly. Like, I don't know if it's necessarily James Franklin's a bad coach. Someone's going to hire him, is going to be really happy. I already saw a million edits of him in a Virginia Tech hat or whatever it is out there made by ChatGPT. But I think they just straight up gave up. Like, they're like, we're done with this guy. Like, he completely lost the locker room out there. Like, there's no reason the talent on that team should be getting manhandled by UCLA and Northwestern in back-to-back weeks.
Yeah, absolutely not. And that's, you kind of expect this when you're supposed to have the best roster of all time.
Yeah, it's just
a season like that.
It was crazy. Yeah, I mean, they go from a month ago, they're number 2 to fired, and looking at, like, I saw they were putting the guaranteed rate bowl today on a projection.
Oof.
Crazy, right? And people thought they were going to, I mean, I'm one of them. I fell for it.
Yeah.
I was like, they could easily win the Big Ten this year. They could win the whole thing.
Probably should have, at least.
Hey, I guess, is the math even still there for them to do it? We don't know that yet. But, and here's the way that this is unfolding too. We had a lot of, it goes out Sunday morning, right? And there's a lot of weird articles that were going out before. Like, I saw some On3 article gets posted, in the morning. It's like, breaking. Conversations are being had about James Franklin's future at Penn State, which is just reporting nothing. What is it? What does that even mean? Conversations are being had. Sure. All right. It's like, yeah, a lot of conversations are being had about who the sponsors of the Almost Football Show are going to be. Like, I can say that, and I'm just saying nothing. Like, that was as much validity as the saying, like, conversations are being had about James Franklin's future at Penn State. Like, that just, what does that even mean? Like, that has who's having the conversations? Yeah, sure. There was talk on, I'm sure, every college football podcast in the world about if James Franklin should be fired or not Sunday morning or Saturday night, whenever you were doing them. Like, how is that? Like, I don't know if that's breaking news worthy. Like, breaking news, is James Franklin getting fired? Sure. Like, him actually getting fired, that is breaking news. But just saying, like, hey, conversations are being had around this. Like, I thought a burner tweeted it out. That's like all the time. Like, I play this game where I'm like, hey, I just received a big text out there about James Franklin. And it's like, in reality, it's Joey texting me on the side being like, I don't know, it's James. James kind of looks like he lost it today. That was pretty weird out there. But, like, that's technically what that could mean. Like, so I don't understand why that was happening. And I was even considering quote tweeting it on Twitter and being like, this means nothing. Like, I don't know why. Like, and this is the weird kind of news media world we're in now, where it's like you can just tweet out like any brash statement, it's technically news or whatever, right? Like, hey, conversations are being had about Lincoln Riley right now. And it's just like, I don't know, it's like
me and my buddies on
it's
the
just
couch.
like, it's just it's just HR at USC. It's like conversations in the USC locker room are happening about Lincoln Riley right now. And it's just two linebackers being like, hey, what's up? Did you hear that joke coach made today? That was pretty great. But it's like, that's technically true. Like, we need more details to it than just that. And then even at the bottom of it will be an article, right, from On3 or something, and you got to pay for it.
Yeah, of course you do.
So it's like, oh, okay, this is a pretty wide statement. Let me see what this could even possibly mean. And it's just like, give me $3, please. Give me this. That's what it really means. Just give me $3 to see what maybe this might mean. Like, that was upsetting me beforehand, but anyways, he's fired. And this leads to now, Joey, the next question is, who will be the next coach at Penn State? And I'm going to be honest, there's not a single one that I've seen so far that I'm like, that would work. That's a great fit. Of the
Signetti?
list that I've seen, I haven't seen a single one. We're going to go through them. I don't care if this takes. I know we're 10 minutes in already. We've only talked about one guy getting fired, but I don't care. We're just going to go. We're going to read some of them right now, and we're going to go through it. And it's just what this is going to be. So obviously, the first name is Signetti, right? And Joey left. This is how entertaining this is right now. But Signetti is the first name off the board, and here's the reality that this is going to be bad. Signetti leaving Indiana right now for Penn State, I think would be a huge mistake.
Sure.
Like usually when your argument for someone to come to Penn State is like, this is a jump in program to you. Like, hey, you did a really good job taking, I don't know, pick like you took Tulsa to 10 wins last year. And we think you can start building your program up here at a high caliber school like Penn State and like be able to win in the Big Ten or whatever. Or usually you got to take another Big Ten job. It's like, hey, you took Maryland to 10 wins last season. That was great. Come do it at Penn State. He's already got like everything that Penn State could offer him at Indiana.
Sure.
Right? Like he has a national champion level program. He has a Big Ten champion.
Big Ten, yeah.
He has a Big Ten championship level program right now already. He has great boosting. Like he has Mark Cuban in his back pocket. Like he has billionaires begging and pleading to him all the time now. Like you can imagine the power that feels, right? I mean, holy cow! Like how does he say no to that? He has the whole school invested in football. Like he owns that town now. That's a basketball town, and he walked in there and made them care about football now. He owns it. Why would he go to Penn State where he might go 12-0 this year, right? It would be pretty great, but where they're going to run him out of town if he goes to 9 wins. Like last year, if he won 9 games, they would have named the city still after him, right? Like he is the best job security in the world. I don't know if going to Penn State solves that for him, right? It's a weird reality that we're saying this about Indiana football right now, but I'm not sure that's the best move for him. He's obviously going to be their first call, right?
Sure.
And Penn State should just not stop calling him until he picks up the phone and then keep calling him until he says yes, right? Like they need to pull out every car dealership sales trick in the book to get him into potentially purchasing a Honda from 2008 that he doesn't even really like, but you're so like, I want to get out of this so bad. I'm just going to buy this and I don't even want this. And I'm committed to this for the next 10 years of my life. All right.
That's the strategy here, huh?
Like that's what they have to do. All right. And if you don't think the car salesman knows this, that they do. And this is just how we pay the bills. All right. This is what happens. And also, this is just me to me. Signetti's clearly a great coach. And we're going to talk about Indiana and Oregon later. Do I question a little bit if he can turn a program into a national championship contender in 18 months again? If he moved to another program, I don't know. But he's doing it now, which I don't think means he should leave.
I don't think he should leave either. He's in a good spot.
And also, Indiana, if you let him go because of money, so you can pay your basketball coach or so you can do something else, what are you doing? You need to pool up every dollar in that town. I don't care. Shit. Raise whatever prices you need. Tuition is up $15,000 now. Sorry. We have an amazing football team now for the first time ever. Right. And doesn't look like it's going anywhere, frankly. Like you could have a staying power team. Like, yeah, I would like to see a poll of the Indiana parents, the fans, the students who'd be like, if we raise tuition $2,000, just $2,000 to everyone, and all that money's going to keeping Kirk Signetti's job here. He will be the coach here for at least another 5 years.
What a spot to be in.
Would they do that? I think they would say yes. I think they would
do that.
I think they'd say yes. It'd have to be a group vote, though. Other options. Matt Rule.
No.
Is the name going around right now. He is a Penn State alum, I just learned. Now, here's the situation that would be funny is that Matt Rule has a chance to bring Nebraska to a maybe even 8-4, I would consider a very successful season, a 9-3 season. Their schedule is wide open. They're 5-1 right now, ranked. There's lots to be excited about as a Nebraska fan. If he just brought them to a above average level in one season and then left the minute he did it,
be great.
It would be funny. I would feel bad, but it would be unfortunately very recent college football and recent Nebraska of just gut punch after gut punch after gut punch. Like just not only like just when you figured out how to win the close game, you lose the close like college coach search. Like you just right away, just brutal stuff. And that would be just total. I mean, like Nebraska too. Like they're back in the top 25 right now. Probably feels great, and then they wake up Sunday to just hey. Hope your coach is leaving. And he had a quote today too that was just like, hey, you know what? I'm just focused on here right now. Like I'm just.
Oh, that's not good.
He gave just the most coach speak. Here, I'll pull up the actual quote so we can actually have something good to reference here, Joey. That this is the actual quote here is, I'm not going to talk about the job openings when they come. I'm not going to talk about my contract here. I absolutely love it here. I want to continue to take the steps needed to turn this place into a beast. Now, I'll give you just.
He's already accepted.
I'll give you just a little translation here. This is the Google Translate. He's saying that was his message to the athletic department at Nebraska, saying, "Get your money up, or I'm leaving."
Yeah.
With all due respect, now I don't really want to see like what I dislike about college football right now was kind of like this element of. Like, if Matt Rule does leave, as much as it is like Nebraska, like that's just not what I want for college football, frankly. I want to see coaches kind of develop up, especially too. We've lost all of our like kind of icon coaches staying at programs a little bit recently. Where I think if every coach just leaves every 3 years, I mean, like I don't know if we're ever going to have that back. So I don't know if I love that idea too much. But my main problem with this is that Nebraska, like, what does Matt Rule solve for you that James Franklin couldn't do? Like I think he's doing good stuff at Nebraska. His record against top teams is not good.
Nope.
He's been able to get to, he's great against a lot of teams that are in the middle, right? But their whole thing about James Franklin was he can't beat the top teams. So you're going to hire the guy who can't beat the top teams, but he went to your school. So maybe you like him a little bit more. I just don't, what is that? Like there's a cyclical nature that feels like going on here. I don't understand it. So that's not great. And then, they're also throwing out there, like, what if we got Urban Meyer? What if we got the guy from the Fox Sports desk? Hey, why not? What if we just got him out there? What if we got Lane Kiffin, which is like, I don't know if there could be a more cultural mismatch than Lane going to Penn State. Like, that's crazy. I don't understand what it is. And whoever ends up being the coach there, I don't know how, like, this is weird because I don't know how appealing the job as at Penn State is right now, because this was a coach that he is very like James Franklin had a pretty successful track record at Penn State. He couldn't win the big one, right? Which is a problem. But most coaches can't, which is why a lot of people still defended him. And now if you're a coach and you're like, okay, I've had decent success. Do I really want to go to Penn State right now in my early career, or even with this stage of my career where the bar is so high? But I don't know is it fit to be the program that consistently wins top 5 games, right? So I don't know if, like, part of me too is, as much as the losses to UCLA and Northwestern stink, and I do think he kind of lost the locker room there. I don't know if a new coach is going to come in unless they like convince, I don't know, Kirby Smart or Signetti to go, that is all of a sudden just going to want to, like, they're going to be the number 1 team in the country. Like, I just don't know if that's a thing. And it's created a lot of conversation too, where now people are like, well, Penn State's a bottom 20 program because James Franklin left or whatever. Like, why? Everyone has been hoity-toity now over, and this is the best, what makes college football great, because now everyone believes that their program is a Class A job, right? And on Twitter today is like, well, why would he ever leave? Why would our coach ever leave Tulsa to go to a Penn State? We have the best program ever. And it's like, unfortunately, there's level to college football, and like some programs are just better jobs than others. And it stinks, but it's the reality. Like, I don't know if this is saying that, like, now people are dogging on it that, like, I think Penn State's terrible. I don't think it's the best job ever, but I've been very public that I think Penn State as a program is closer to the middle than they are to, like, the absolute top where, like, Ohio State and I guess now Indiana floats at, right? But
it's crazy to say.
That's kind of, does that make sense though? What I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I don't know. Sometimes I just my brain just blacks out on here, and I'm like, we're 20 minutes in. I don't know what I've said this whole time.
I will say, maybe hot take, James Franklin now is the best job in college. You're getting paid not to do your job. A lot of money too.
Joey,
You might be in the best position.
I mean, Joey, I'm not here to be a critic of yours, but I don't know how hot of a take it is to say that being paid $40 million to do nothing is like that sounds pretty great.
You might be hated by a whole region of people, but
cool. I'll go to San Diego. Yeah, no problem at all. Like you could probably. Do you think if James Franklin just walked into a cafe and 30 minutes outside of Tampa, Florida, anyone says anything?
Nope.
I don't think so either. And he has $40 million. Now, I do think he's young enough that I think James Franklin's going to want to coach again. Is it next year? I have no idea. But I would be pretty surprised if he never coached ever again. This, too, Joey, is going to start a massive cycle of the coaching carousel.
Yeah.
Like, it was already going to be pretty exciting. Like, I know Florida is probably going to fire their coach soon. Wisconsin, I think, is going to come up. How Luke Fickell is still there, it blows my mind. It is we'll talk a little Iowaisms here in a sec, but there's going to be a ton going on. And Penn State is one of those programs right now that it is appealing to a lot of people still, as much as we're just like, is it a Class A program? I'm more saying like Nick Saban's not going to come out of retirement to come to your program, guys. All right. I'm sure there's I don't know. I'm not saying Silverfield at Memphis is going to turn it down. I'm saying that it might be crazy to assume that Kirby would leave Georgia for Penn State. All right. Sorry.
That is crazy. Yeah.
Getting all over the place here, Joey. Let's we got to do our Iowaism.
Yeah, got to do my get back job. I'm sorry. Let's move on.
We got to do the Iowaisms here. Quickly, the Iowa football game. Relieving, I will say. I was a little nervous for the game. Just anytime we play Wisconsin, I'm conditioned. I'm like Pavlov's dogs, where I see those colors and all of our boys out there on the football field, and I'm like, this is going to be a close game. It's going to be 10-6. It's going to be a punt battle. We'll have good punt highlights, but man, this is going to be a lot of running the football. Some just every NFL offensive line coach is just licking his chops watching this game, but it's going to be stressful. And then I see the current Wisconsin product, and I don't want to make this look. I mean, look, okay, we won 37-0. All right. I could make this all about Iowa, but holy cow at Wisconsin. It's almost shocking for me to believe how bad it is out there. And they have a tough schedule, sure, but it's like not even producible out there. Iowa got flack all the time for our Brian Ferentz offense. Joey, I haven't heard a peep about anyone in the national media talking about Wisconsin's offense. They're averaging 6.7 points a game, under a touchdown. Brian Ferentz was getting like clowned on national television for like 14 points a game with a 10-2 record.
That's a little different though. It's the year after year thing. I think is maybe why Kirk Ferentz was getting that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
but
we gotta Joey,
under a touchdown.
Joey, you gotta remember your audience right now.
Great win though. Great win.
Thank you. There we go.
I think Kirk Ferentz is a great coach.
And this is the weird. I don't know how you think about this, Joey, but as an Iowa football fan, I look to Wisconsin, and I see them as like almost our as much as we're rivals. It's like two brothers being rivals in the WWE, or like two brothers being rivals in the NBA, going at each other in the NBA finals or something, right? Where it's like they got to beat each other, but one team wins and one team's got to lose. And then after that, it's like, we do the same thing and you just were better at it this year.
There's a level of respect.
It's almost a level of respect, right? As much as, I felt it feels good to beat them, but when you seeing Wisconsin, something weird was just in my chest this weekend. We're seeing Wisconsin this down, and I'm not talking down to them here. I genuinely feel this. I'm like, this doesn't feel good. Like this doesn't feel good at all. Yeah, I'll take 37-0 any day of the week, but I was just like, it felt dirty, it felt wrong.
I felt a little dirty.
I was like, these are our Big Ten brothers out here.
Yeah.
Right? They should be doing better than this. This is getting sad. Jump around is fun. I'll admit it. And it was just, the Wisconsin players out there just dead and quiet during it. Like usually it used to be just a bunch of big old offensive linemen out there hooting and hollering, going in the fourth. It was dead quiet in there while our team was going crazy. And that's fun, right? But part of me is like, what? This game used to mean something to me. What happened to the game I love out here?
It's not the same.
We got the bull back. But Iowa, Mark Gronowski plays, to a lot of people's surprise. I don't think he's healthy. I'm not a pro football doc, but I don't think he's healthy. He got the job done. He got more time to heal. He's healthier than I thought he would be. That's a plus, but I don't think he's 100% healthy right now. He's clearly got an issue still. I also am starting to develop. He might be too strong for football.
Bo Jackson.
A little couple overthrows sometimes, but I think he's doing fine. And also, hey, guys, I mean, the Iowa Hawkeyes in 2025 are 6th in the Big Ten in points per game. We are above Oregon in points per game right now, which, hey, I'll take that. All right. A lot of you guys a lot of people are complaining right now. You would scream for this 2 years ago. All right. So that feels pretty good. And I almost think are we almost feeling too good right now, guys? We got to have a moment of reflection, because here's the issue too, is we got Penn State coming up this week, Joey, right? We just talked about Penn State, the free fall of the program. I am way more nervous now for playing Penn State this weekend, because now it's like we have to win this game. Before it was a mulligan, and it was like, beating them would be cool, but if you lose to a top 5 team, it's not that big of a deal. We're 3-point favorites now. Like, now it's like we have to win. Northwestern just beat these guys. UCLA just beat these guys. We have a backup quarterback and an interim coach coming into our town. We have to beat them now. And like, I don't know. I think we can do it. I feel good about it, but also, I mean, I feel nervous, I guess.
The interim coach bump is real.
Something
happens to a program.
Like, I don't know what just happened at UCLA, but now like Neuheisel's calling the plays over there, and they're the greatest team I've ever seen. Like, I'm worried that that's going to happen to Penn State on Saturday, and then it's just going to, like, this backup quarterback, he had 8,000 yards in high school, and now he's just going to be the next Trevor Lawrence or the next, like, Joe Burrow out there to us. I'm a little nervous for that. Like, I knew what Drew Aller was, and now I got this guy. I'm nervous, Joey.
You should be nervous. That's okay. It's good to be nervous. It means you care.
All right, that was my enough.
That
was my Iowisms. We can talk a little bit more about Indiana, Oregon, though, now. Potentially the game of the week. Incredible stuff there. This loss, though, not to make this about Iowa again, it almost, as cool as it is to see Indiana in 2025 beat Oregon, it almost hurt. Because, I'm watching Indiana go into Oregon and be the better team, frankly, the whole time. I know Oregon had the lead at times, and Oregon had explosive plays. Like, they're good. Like, they're going to have moments where they look good. But as I'm watching this game, I'm like, I know Indiana's 7-point underdogs, but they just look better. Like, they're a better team out there. And I just couldn't help but watch this game the whole time and be like, maybe if our quarterback didn't get hurt, we might have beat these guys. Can I say something without anyone getting mad? That I really think that, like, Mark Gronowski was out for like 13 minutes at the end of the game, and we lost.
It's a long time.
We lost on like a touchdown in the last minute. Did we? I don't know. Like, we even had a chance to beat without it. That's what stinks. All right. I'm going to, not that this is all about Iowa, but holy cow, guys. That was my biggest takeaway. I felt it was almost a gut punch. It almost stung. And now I do feel better, because now I'm like, well, we can, like, college football math tells us we can kind of compete with Oregon, who's coming up. So that's cool.
There you go. That's good.
But that did stab me in the chest. And now, talking about this game, I am just so impressed with Indiana at all times. That defense is stellar. They made it incredibly difficult for Dante Moore. Mendoza just dishes all the time. I know he had the pick 6, but like every other throw he makes, I'm just confident, poised. It's perfect. And this is, you could maybe tell me I'm wrong about this, but there's something just with Indiana this year where they have a just confidence in every single play, and like all their players just exude it, where they're just like, we're just better than everyone.
That's like, good coaching, Grant. That's what happens.
Like, I don't know what's in the culture, what's in the drinking water there, but like every play feels like calm, cool, and collected. They just like exude this confidence. Just like, yeah, it doesn't matter if you got the pick 6. It doesn't matter if you had a 15-yard explosive play. Like, we're just better, and the more we play football, like, it's just going to be clear that we're better right now. And this is just the clear thing too, that in college football we are so like brainwashed to logos that we just keep watching Indiana do this to teams, and we're like, like, a lot of people are just like, I just still don't know. Maybe Oregon's
even
bad.
After that's what I was going to say. Still don't know. Kind of thought of after the Penn State game, after they lost to UCLA, is Oregon just bad?
Yeah.
Is Indiana even good? I still don't know.
I think Indiana's good. I'm going to say
I think they are.
I think Indiana might be pretty good.
Our first week 1 of college football, we said everyone is bad. I still might think everyone's bad.
Can I be honest? I think everyone is very bad.
Everyone's bad.
I think everyone's pretty bad. I don't know who's one good team out there. Ohio State, maybe UCLA
Maybe.
now. UCLA post
Sure.
UCLA with New Heisel. Like maybe that's the only good team.
USF.
I don't know.
Still?
Gosh, USF looks pretty good out there. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
but then like Miami has to be a better team because they beat them. That's what math tells us. I don't know.
Football math.
Oregon, though, at the same time, too, we got to talk about them. I still think they're good. They're still explosive. They have all the talent in the world to beat people. It's not like they got blown out. Like they could have. There's a world where they win this game. They just got, they got kind of worked, right? Do we have a Dan Lanning big game coach kind of discussion going on?
Ooh.
Can we have that? Because not that he's clearly a great coach, and Oregon doesn't need a new coach, right? That's not the question, but like I'm thinking back to you had a game versus Washington, top ranked team at the time, lost that. He has the win over Ohio State, but then in the even bigger game, he gets completely blown out. He's this game now, like he wins the Big Ten, but it's James Franklin. Like, I don't know. It occurred to my mind a little bit this week, and I'm like, I'm giving Oregon a ton of credit, and like I still think they're a very good team. Like I don't think losing to Indiana is a big deal, is a sinful move at all, and I still think they're going to be in the playoff. But part of me was like, I don't know, maybe did I hype up Dan Lanning too much? Like I don't know, it was weird.
I think we're going to need to see more evidence.
You see more evidence.
The theory's there.
Yeah, and like Oregon is still just I don't know if it's the uniforms or whatnot, but they just like every play just looks so fast. I don't know. It's maybe I'm just dumb, but I'm like, oh, they got speed. They got guys on the outside, which made it even more impressive that it felt like every time Oregon had a chance to break a play off, like there's 3 Indiana defenders right there ready to handle it. And this isn't a diss to Indiana, but Indiana does also have slow uniforms.
Very slow.
They've got the red and white on some big old fellas looks slow. Those are not fast uniforms at all. Oregon fast uniforms. Baltimore Ravens fast uniforms. Indiana, great team, top 3 team. Slow uniform. Sorry, can't help you. Can't do anything about it. Next on the docket, Ohio State, Illinois. What do you want me to say about it? Ohio State's really good, right? They're the best team right now. They have an incredible team, right? Ohio State's going to go to the playoff this year. Did you need to listen to this show to learn that? I don't know. Illinois, they're a fine team, but that game was over in what, 2 seconds? 3 seconds? Like as soon as Ohio State went down and drove the field, it was over. And my only thing I want to talk about this is that like that game was never close. But there's a guy who tweets out, and I'm not saying this is nothing personal about him. It's a computer stat, but success rate. It's like, did our team get beat this bad? And usually, like, Oregon beats Oklahoma State 69-3. They're all the way at the top. It's a bar graph. It's like, your team got absolutely pummeled. You got beat the worst out of anyone this weekend. And it felt like Ohio State pretty much manhandled Illinois the whole time. But I'm being told that Illinois' success rate was higher than Ohio State's, despite this being an absolute tail whipping, despite this being a colossal mishap for the Illinois Fighting Illini.
Did the 8 people make that graph?
I'm going to have to throw out the stat now. I'm sorry. I used to be the believer, but this was enough evidence for me. I don't know if this was glitch in the system, glitch in the matrix. It's over. Get this nerd stats. I don't need them anymore. All right. I'm trusting my eyes now.
This is going to be the first stat to make a reappearance after a devastating loss or a blowout.
For me?
For Iowa, yeah.
Yes. Oh,
first stat back.
If we lose to anyone and our success rate is better, you will see this right away. But for now, we'll trust in these babies right here. These eyes, 2020, when it comes to trusting success rate. And I did not say Illinois had a better success rate with these eyes right here. Oklahoma.
Score would say that too.
Oklahoma, Texas. Joey, this was my first time being in Dallas for the OU Texas game. And oh my gosh, what absolute chaos it is to be anywhere near this game. Oh my goodness. Earned a lot of respect for the Texas and OU fans, I will say. Incredible
Sure.
travel. And for a pretty fun game. I don't know if it was the game a lot of us expected where it was
Yeah.
just, I mean, maybe it was, again, I guess, and it wasn't even me making it all about Iowa. I saw like 40 tweets this game being like, just turned on OU Texas, and it was just Iowa Nebraska highlights. It was just our boys out there fighting. But
Yeah.
hey, welcome to my life. That's all I got to say there.
This is the
Questions.
new SEC.
Questions though for this game, Joey. You just say yes or no.
Okay.
Do you believe John Mateer is fully healthy?
No.
Do you believe
Big no.
Arch is fully healthy?
No. So no.
Do you think Arch Manning is back?
No.
Because can I say a dirty
Is he
little
back?
secret? I kind of think he's
You've
not
you're-
fully back. He's
You've
approaching
been in
back.
Texas too long, Grant.
I think Arch Manning is
You just
on.
said Texas is back.
I
essentially.
think Arch Manning is in the let's call it the
He's hurt.
I know. That's why I'm saying he's batting like cleanup for being back.
Okay.
He's waiting in the dugout right now.
He's on deck.
He knows where his helmet is. He's ready to go. I think he's approaching potential back. Like there were some throws he made this game. He didn't look stellar, right? And he gets picked off or whatever occasion. But like I think he has it in him still. I don't think it's a total
definitely
collapse.
in him. If his shoulder worked, I'm sure he'd be a great quarterback.
It's a big game. I think he's hurt. Like, I don't know. I think my point of this is I'm saying, like, by next year, guys, I hate to say it, I'm going to be an Arch guy in June of next year. I'm telling you right
that
now.
one in, fellas.
Pencil me in. Joey, please make a note for June 1st, reminding myself that I'm an Arch guy.
Okay.
I saw a video. Half of it's like I see this video of him walking this down. He's dressed like Matthew McConaughey. He's wearing like a leather couch suit or something. Are your eyes okay? What was that?
Sorry. Itchy eyes.
I don't know. If you go to the YouTube, Joey's eyes just went two different directions. And it was like I'm watching a scene, Hereditary's happening at Joey's house. That was crazy.
We're good.
Yeah, Arch Manning's wearing like a leather couch or something crazy. Walking into the game, and he's just got earbuds in or whatever. He's carrying his duffel bag, and some OU heckler's just right in his face, screaming at him. And he's just locked in eyes. And I was like, he's a Terminator. He's a robot.
Dumb shoulder.
Is this maybe I'm chronically online too? It reminded me of that. You remember that I Think You Should Leave sketch where he talks about he's the performer or whatever, and he's like, you can say all you want, but I never talk or whatever. Or he's like, do you remember that one?
Yeah.
And all the guys line up outside so they can, because they get money or whatever when he cracks, and they're like, we're gonna go nuts in there or whatever. That's what it looked like. That was a very niche reference. Go watch. I think you should leave season 4 or whatever. It's okay. No one's listening to this anyway. So, Alabama, Mizzou, fun game, maybe funnest game of the week. I'll say, incredible matchup.
Young Nick Saban.
Well, this was we had the Nick Saban replacement versus what the Paul Feinbaum show claimed was the young Nick Saban in Eli Drinkwitz, also thrown around in the Penn State job. Which I don't know if that's a fit either. We can maybe talk about that at a different time, but I don't know if this game is another one where it was just like, I don't think I ever thought Mizzou was going to be better than Alabama, but I think I'll tell you what, they showed out. I don't know if they were Russilo team of the week level, but I was like, okay, this is a legit, like this is probably this is at a minimum probably a top like 16 program.
Yeah. It's a good spot to be in.
Okay, are they like, all right, are they going to win the SEC? Probably not anymore. But they had chances to win this game, but ultimately when it came down to make the big plays, Alabama was better. Now, here's some scary news for you as a Auburn football fan, Joey.
Oh boy.
Yeah, 2 months ago, Kalen DeBoer was as good as fired and had Alabama in the wrong direction, I guess, in the whole world. Losing to Florida State, bad. I don't know what has happened at practice. I don't know what is in the drinking water in Tuscaloosa. This team might be pretty good. This team might be pretty good, Joey. I don't know what to tell you. Like you know what was surprised about this was that I'm not saying DeBoer is Saban yet, but this was.
Whoa.
You're going to understand this. Okay. As an Auburn fan, you will understand this. this for the first time in the DeBoer era, this used to happen all the time with Saban teams where they'd be losing to a team on the road where it was like they're kind of in theory an inferior opponent, and it's like, you know, you've got third and or fourth and whatever, and they go out there and it happened in this game where it was they're on the road in Columbia, right? I think the game was tied, I want to say, or they're up 3. Maybe I'd have to go to the exact moment on it. You will remember it if you watch it, right? We're not exactly right on everything in this show, okay? It's like they get to 4th down, they're in Mizzou territory. They're at the 40-yard line or whatever. It's too long for a field goal, and they go for it on 4th and 8. And it's like, what is DeBoer doing out there? Like, put this thing away. Keep playing ball. And Ty Simpson throws just the most perfect ball to a receiver who makes an incredible catch on the sideline, toe taps in, and they go down and score a touchdown and put themselves up 2 scores. And that was just
magic, Grant.
And that was something I was like, I saw that about 100 times. Saban teams do that, and that was what made Saban teams great. Was that like they never were like beat, like they played close games with teams that were in theory inferior to them all the time, but they had the players and the discipline and the consistency that like they were going to pull it out pretty much either way, no matter what. And that was the first time in this era of Alabama football that I was like, that I saw that specific thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Last year, like they didn't have that against Oklahoma. They didn't have that against Vanderbilt, but this time they did. And I was like, this is not even a dig on Missouri, but it was like, that was something I hadn't seen yet from DeBoer. And you, of all people, Joey,
don't say that,
should know that I'm right.
I do, because that exact play you're talking about, I've seen that with my eyes at least 6 times in person. Yeah, I've seen that happen.
And now this dude, Ty Simpson, too,
he might be really good.
He might just be really, really good, too. Poised. And this is, it turns out in our age of NIL, too, if you just stay and develop in a program for 4 years, it might work. It turns out
all the plays.
It turns out that if you have spent 4 years knowing all the plays and learning, or even I guess 2 years, even knowing all the plays, practicing with your boys, it might work. And this is, I don't know, I think Mizzou is going to be fine either way. I think they're building well. It was almost, maybe this is a good thing. Maybe Penn State now is like, well, we don't want the guy who lost to Alabama. So you get to keep him now. Strategic loss, guys. My other hot take about this is that I think Mizzou should just keep the construction zone in the end zone.
There was a crane in this football game.
Like, that was awesome. Like, it was so funny. It'd be a big moment. Joe Tess, Torrey's just going nuts. He's like, here we go, 4th and 8, Alabama and Mizzou. This is what it's all about, folks. And it's just crane, like shots of construction. It's just like,
yeah.
And also, too, I mean, do you get kind of a excuse for artificial crowd noise if you just got like a construction crew in the back, just constantly working on something?
They got to work.
Maybe NIL donation. You get to run the cement mixer for fun.
I'd love to run this.
Operate the crane.
That'd be great.
I've always said there should be theme parks of just operating heavy machinery.
Just let us regular fellas.
Yeah. Or even like, I don't care. Hey, let me do the fire hose.
Oh.
Let me drive the fire truck. I don't care. That's not even heavy machinery, is it? Fire hose should be heavy machinery. I feel fire hoses, people don't understand how much pressure those. Yeah. That'll take you out.
Takes a couple guys to hold that back.
Oh, yeah. I saw a video of here's how firemen pick up fire hose if it's on the ground and the water, like if they drop it, and they like go to the way back of it.
Wrestle it, don't you?
And they have to like crawl up it while it's on the ground, and they just wrestle it in. Yeah. Wrestling with gators. They have to call in Crocodile Dundee to get up in there. This is our point in the show, Joey, where we have a couple small segments left. We're going to get to those. But, Joey, you did a little travel. And as
I did.
We don't have a college football travel correspondent, but you're the closest thing we got to it right now. And you give us a little, you're here too. So I'm going to just give you a couple minutes now. You can just talk about your weekend. You traveled down to Auburn, Alabama to witness one of the games of this weekend. Tell us just how you felt. How did it go?
At least on my timeline, a lot of controversy about this game. But yes, I was on the beautiful plains of Auburn, Alabama. Enjoyed my weekend with some friends and family, and got to see a football game. And like you
Okay.
mentioned, Grant, one of the football games of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I did appreciate a night game in Jordan-Hare against a ranked opponent. The crowd was electric,
Okay.
and it was a fun game, a frustrating game to watch. Um, and I don't know how many times these guys can break my heart because
Now, here's
this has happened a lot.
I don't know if you want to hear this, but I'm going to say this anyway to you, Joey.
Okay.
And this isn't I know I'm not kissing your ass or anything by saying this, Joey, but I don't know if any team has gotten just more absolutely screwed by officiating this year than the Auburn Tigers.
It's been atrocious. It
I,
has.
I I'm not a big let's blame it all on the refs kind of guy, right? I think like the better team is usually going to win either way, but there's been some pretty big Auburn games this year where some head scratching calls have come in critical moments, and I just can't help but notice. Like, oh look, was Georgia gonna it was the fumble on the goal line was early, but I don't know, being up 17 is kind of big, right?
Yeah.
Like
17 and a half.
I'd like to think that the stats of teams that are up 17-0 at home are winning the game eventually are pretty good, but like that kind of it's you were there. I don't have to tell you this. Like that sucked the air out of the stadium immediately, and
Well,
like it was.
so here's the thing. It's we had the victim mentality, right? Even Hugh Freeze at halftime was complaining about the refs.
Yeah.
You got to use that, man, because the air wasn't sucked out. I lost my voice from booing so hard at the referees. It was loud in there still. It was plenty loud, plenty electric.
Do you want to
We
do it?
just
Were
had
you
a
doing
hatred.
like what kind of a booer are you? Do you do like a WWE kind of like Steve McMahon boo, or a what kind of a booer are you?
Well, so I was pretty up high, so I had the two hands over the mouth, just letting it rip. Just
so that is
boo.
Steve McMahon level. Just
Yeah,
thumbs down.
Boo! Yeah,
Boo!
yeah,
Boo!
big old boo.
Incredible.
So yeah, and I was letting it rip.
Do you say boo or do you like? Or do you
I
attack
start with the
with
B.
words?
No, I'm not an attacker. I'm just a boo. I'll just boo.
Okay.
But yeah, man, like this has played out before. We've been screwed by the refs already this season.
Mm-hmm.
How'd that turn out for us? We still lost. There was a whole half of football left, and we still went into the locker room with a lead.
Yeah.
And then our offense came out flat during halftime.
Mm-hmm.
After half, defense had a great third down stop. Georgia didn't score on their opening drive, and we just turned it into nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I think I'm not calling for Coach Hugh Freeze's job, but you got to turn that around. You can't.
No.
The victim mentality is not a way to coach a football team.
Now, Joey, I don't want to air out the dirty laundry, but despite you saying,
I might be calling for Coach Hugh Freeze's job.
Joey, despite you saying you're not calling for Coach Hugh Freeze's job,
don't pull up the private receipts.
I do. I did receive a
text.
Right,
those are private text messages.
Okay, no, okay, we won't do that then. All right.
That was a moment of
frustration. It feels like you're calling for his job.
Look, man, this is two times.
There's one rule. If this show is any rule, it's never talk about another man's job.
It's victim mentality. I just need to. Also, we have 3 play callers. What are we doing? Jackson Arnold can't hit a wide open receiver over the middle of the field. I'm upset.
And you have every right to be. Like we said,
frankly, I'm upset.
We don't want answers on the show. We want the complaints.
BetterHelp. Jack Daniels.
If BetterHelp wants to sponsor the show. Now, Joey, if we go on the FanDuel app, who sponsors this show, what's the live Auburn total? Do we think we can get it? I want to know what it is. No, just we don't even know what. We can't even find it. You don't even want to look. You don't even want to look.
Let's look. I think we can. 3 wins, 0-3 in the SEC. Granted, we had OU, Texas A&M on the road, and then Georgia.
Joey, look at next week. You got another ranked team coming to town, and you're only 1-point dogs. Vegas believes in you. Why don't you believe in?
Because we have a roster. We want to believe in the team, but what's the point?
Every team has
Music City Bowl.
I mean, Auburn has UMass has a roster too, but I don't think they're going to be 1-point underdogs, are they?
Maybe. because we're at home.
Okay. All right. You got on the FanDuel app right now, you can bet Auburn plus 1.5 versus Missouri. I'm not going to say trap, but that's probably going to be a pick of mine this weekend on the FanDuel app. Not anywhere else, just on that app. I think I'm trying to get you to buy in, dude. I want you to enjoy. I don't want you to show up I don't want you to show up miserable to this show. I want you to be excited.
The only thing that can save this season is beating Alabama.
Me personally, I would never show up to this show and just complain for 30 minutes and let it affect me in my performance here after a loss. I would never do that personally.
Grant, there's a recording, the very first episode of this show.
That wasn't almost football. That was some other show. I don't know what that was.
Got me there.
You can curse. You can say whatever you want.
Shit, you got me there.
Shit, damn it. We're so naughty. That was so great. Wow, cover your ears.
Oh God. Shield your eyes.
All right, we're gonna end this show with a couple of our small segments. We're gonna do our AP poll critique. I don't have a ton. I do want to point out the math is not mathing with Cincy being ranked above Nebraska, with them having the same record and a head-to-head. So I'm just going to – I mean, I get it was week 1, but also I think the result on the field has to matter. My more point that I want to make is that of all the chaos that happened this weekend, all the ranked teams lost, somehow, once again, the biggest winner is Notre Dame, because Notre Dame has just found themselves – up in the top. Do I think Notre Dame is a terrible team? No. Do I think their losses are fine? Sure. Do I actually think A&M is a top 5 team? No. But regardless, it looks like that right now, right? It looks like they've only lost to the best teams ever. And I just don't know if that's just 100% what I believe. I don't – like they're going to end up in the playoff now. The winner of all these upsets is always Notre Dame. I don't know if that's how I want college football to be, but it just is. And they're going to keep climbing up that AP poll without beating a soul. Now, if they beat USC this weekend, they'll probably feel pretty good, and they'll probably end up being in the playoff for sure. But maybe we just all have to – does Lincoln Riley have to save football this weekend? Does he have to save us from what's going on out there? I mean, maybe that's what it is. I can't believe I'm going to say this with my actual soul, but Lincoln Riley, I need you, dude. I need you to step it up. I need your team to make a tackle this weekend. All right. And they look good against Michigan. Look good.
They did. Played a little defense, played a lot of offense. Please.
A lot of offense.
Save us.
Lincoln Riley, if you can hear me, save me, Lincoln Riley. He's gonna mess us up somehow.
Oh, so bad.
They're gonna cut to his stupid face. It's gonna be so upsetting. And then Marcus, they're going to cut back to Marcus Freeman, and he's just way too likable. And I'm just like, get him off my team.
So stoic.
God, I hate that he's out there. He's probably just doing push-ups. He's like catching a dove. He's walking an old lady across the street. Like he's just. Can this coaching carousel get Notre Dame a more hateable coach? Can that be the result of the chaos? Can they put? Can they?
Let's get Brian Kelly back.
I'm just getting upset about nothing right now. It's a shame. But weird things, though. I don't know outside of – I think we've completely lost the plot with grading quality losses in any conference now.
Sure.
There's some teams, I don't know what they can do to make it in the top 10 anymore. I don't think it can happen. All right? It's just I don't understand what's going on. And some teams, I don't know if they can get unranked. I don't think it's possible. Washington right now is 5-1. They have their only sin is losing to Ohio State, and they're unranked. But meanwhile, you've got like LSU's number 10. Do I think LSU's a top 25 team? Sure. But they've got to number 10. Their only loss, they're 5-1, and their only loss is to Ole Miss, who's number 5. They lost to a top 5 team, and they were only punished by getting demoted 5 spots. But Washington can't even get to 25. They can't even get close. I'm not saying they have to be top 10. I'm just saying they can they get the respect of anyone out there. Missouri, number 16, 5-1, lost to number 6 Alabama. They're ranked. All good. Vanderbilt, 5-1, lost to number 6 Alabama, ranked. 17. They're just lining up all the Alabama games. Everyone who plays Alabama gets ranked.
You get ranked. Hey, we'll be ranked.
Also, I don't know. Is it a problem that like all three of those teams' best win right now is South Carolina? Is that a problem?
Something's not adding up there.
This is where I think we're going to see a lot of change up coming up too, because a lot of teams right now who are getting hyped, their best win is like a 3-2 team. And we got time for the schedule to play out, obviously. This doesn't mean everyone's – maybe it does mean everyone's bad. Like
everyone's bad, Grant. Everyone's bad.
Maybe everyone is terrible, but I just think we still have a lot of more chaos to go in what it's already been a fairly chaotic season. Is that a reasonable complaint? I don't think that's that crazy.
No, not crazy.
Also, if you're mad about the AP poll, which I am, someone posted and this might be just a new weekly segment too, is here's what the BCS rankings had. Okay, you want to be really upset. Here's what this is the Sargon, which is what they used for the BCS computer. Ready? Okay. Number 1, Ohio State, fine.
Sure. Yeah, makes sense.
Totally understand. They're a great team. Totally get it. Good resume so far. All good. Number 2, Notre Dame. Number 3, Oregon.
Okay.
And then number 4, Indiana. They're like, saw that game? Nope.
No.
Not good enough. 5, Alabama. 6, Miami, Florida. 7, Texas A&M. 8, Georgia. 9, Texas. 10, LSU.
Okay. Maybe we have improved slightly.
Like, look, there's times where I think look, I think by the end of the season, it probably has had 1 and 2 right, if I'm being honest. But oh my God, if this was, you thought the AP poll was bad. If Notre Dame was number 2 tomorrow, I'd protest football for 12 hours.
Whoa.
I'd give up. I would refuse to watch college football on Sundays. I'd give it up for every Sunday for the rest of the year, besides bowl games.
Yeah.
And the playoff and the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, me too.
Is that fair?
I stand in solidarity.
But yeah, I hope everyone just kind of got there to their that was very, I don't know if it was humbling or more of like, should I have questioned everything that happened in college football before like 2013 or 14 or whatever that first playoff was? Is the Sargon like, who was the model that what is the computer? Like,
you're supposed to be able to watch all the games.
Like, the AP poll has had to commit like felony crimes to get Notre Dame to a top 15 spot lately. I don't know, number 2. They have more losses than that. Like, how are they? I don't know. I'm not gonna get too worked up about it.
Us getting mad about a ranking that doesn't matter.
Number 20, Clemson.
Oh God.
18 Penn State. Now maybe
you got to stop looking at this list.
Maybe ball knower Sargon. Number 16 Washington.
There we go.
Hold on now.
There we go.
Actually, kind of like.
Where's USF?
Nowhere.
Non-existent. Okay.
Now maybe I kind of like maybe sneaky ball knower, giving Utah some respect at 14. I don't know if they're 14, but I thought it was weird that they lost to Texas Tech and they were just thrown away really quickly. But then, like, Texas Tech got crazy rewarded for that, and they're like, "Well, this has to be one of the best teams out there right now. They could be in the playoff, but if Utah loses to them, they have to be thrown away from consideration. That's not quality at all." You know? Is that fair? They look good this weekend. I know Levitt didn't play, but hey. Are we do you want to do another kind of weird thing?
Sure.
Do you want to guess who has the most wins over currently ranked teams? So teams in this poll right now, who has the most, Joey? Is one team with 3.
One team with 3. It's probably someone who beat. Is it UCLA? No, not UCLA.
That would be so sick, but no.
Northwestern.
Sargon, number 12, UCLA. Wow. It is Alabama.
Ugh.
And this is the problem, too, is that, like, okay, is it – at what point do I start to question? I'm not saying that, like, the SEC schedule is soft or bad or anything. I'm just saying that it's a little convenient that every single team Alabama plays, like, gets the boost of playing Alabama, if that makes sense. Like we just read off the list. Like all of them have the same record as Washington, but the most impressive thing on their schedule so far has been losing to Alabama, and that got them ranked. But
Statement loss.
Washington losing to Ohio State sent them to the shadow realm. Like what?
I don't understand, Grant.
I don't get it either. All right.
The computer doesn't know either. So
and I complain about all this stuff. Like, hey, you know, at the end of the day, there can only be so many 11-1 teams, and that's just who's going to be in the playoff. All right.
Yeah.
Did I just flip the script now where it's like the back end of this is just 30 minutes of complaining? Instead, I'm like, I needed a more positive show. I just moved the complaining to later. The Ryen Russilo team of the week, which, you know what? Screw it. This is also brought to us by FanDuel. Why not?
Yeah, it is.
All right. The Ryen Russilo team of the week. I brought two, Joey.
Okay,
I'm going to let you do yours, okay? This might just be the Maryland Terrapin segment because I actually came away more impressed by Maryland in their loss to Nebraska. They have two losses right now, both in games that it felt like dominated for 95% of it. And then you look up at the end of the game, it's like, how did they end up losing? Both times now. And look, I credit to Nebraska, tip of the cap. Like that's a game. They have won two close games now recently that felt like Scott Frost would have lost. But dang, Maryland guys, sneaky good. Not that bad.
Yeah, maybe not that bad.
And then in one of the best games of the week, I actually came way more impressed by Washington State in their 21-24 loss to Ole Miss.
Yeah.
They're pulling up all the trick plays. Credit to Lane. Maybe Lane was right. He said Pac-12 best team of the Pac-12 versus number one team in the SEC. Like it looked like it. It was it was an absolute showdown. Maybe Lane just was totally right. So those are my two Ryen Russilo teams of the week that I actually came way more impressed by. Okay. Joey, who do you have?
I'm going to create a segment within a segment.
Okay, hold on.
The Kent State Golden Flash team of the week. Ryen Russilo team of the week.
Did FanDuel approve this?
No.
We have to know. Did FanDuel?
No,
okay.
Absolutely not. They don't know this is happening.
Okay, this segment is not sponsored by anyone so far, but go ahead. Mm-hmm.
This is my Kent State Golden Flash team of the week. Ryen Russilo team of the week. Actually came away more impressed with UMass. Losing 6-42 against the Kent State Golden Flashes, who was a Ryen Russilo team of the week last week for losing by 1 million points. I'm just impressed they could lose that bad to Kent State.
I would say, can you name what is the impressive moment of the game?
The 6 points.
You're impressed at how bad they are.
Exactly.
Should there be they give out Razzies? It's like we're impressed by how bad you were in the movie Jack and Jill, Adam Sandler. You deserve this award. Should there be like a Razzie for college football? Like UMass.
Let's do it.
How come UMass isn't in the coaching carousel so far? What are you guys doing over there?
Loyalty.
What if UMass hired James Franklin?
They should.
He just does like a college football rebuild in real life. He's like, I just gotta go back to I'm gonna give myself a challenge. Go back to where I started. Go back to
college football.
Go back to where it begins.
My second team, though.
Okay, go ahead.
Team of the week, Oklahoma State. Not for the play on the field, but for the one man in the stands who started a movement across the nation. Volleyball games are now having this going on. Yeah. Things all over the nation. Did you see this screen?
Yeah, no, I'm waiting for you to elaborate though on it for our viewers.
Yeah, no, one guy standing in a section all by himself, took his shirt off, started waving. Couple guys came over, started waving. Probably 3 guys. They got rows filled up. Ended up being like 2.5 sections of all dudes shirtless, just waving their shirts around.
Dudes rock.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the best.
This game was not competitive, not very close.
Did you do this when you were like 11? You and all your friends would go to like a Avalanche game or a Nuggets game or something, and you'd all be in one section, and then you're like, what if we just, to get the Jumbotron's attention, we just all took our shirts off and started waving them in the air?
Oh, yeah.
That's something you did when you were You were a young
Absolutely.
buck. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I think of every time I was there. I was like, I used to do this at like every event I went to, and I was like, it's just fine. Like it's
Yeah.
totally acceptable. It's totally within reason.
It was awesome.
Yeah, that is the best though, and that's like, hey, just do what. This is just what people need.
Do whatever you want.
Like if you're at the Oklahoma State game, just it's
Teams
totally
1 and
reasonable.
5.
Yeah, it's hot as
Take your
all get
shirt
out
off.
at this
Wave
game.
it
Let
around.
your hair down. Take the shirt off. Start waving it around.
Some momentum.
It's like, do you remember when Florida State was really bad and they just had that one dude at the top of the stadium? He was just shirt off reading a book. Do you remember that? This is like 10 years ago. Yeah. You may. One guy sees that. It's like, what if I take my shirt off and start reading a book? It's a much lamer version of that, but shows you too leadership out there. That guy should be president. That's real leadership.
Sure.
That's what leadership looks like out there. What are your credentials for leading this country? Well, one time at an Oklahoma State football game, I took my shirt off and got 300 other people to do it, but who knows? Let's do our G5 update, Joey. USF waxes North Texas in a playoff game in Denton, Texas there. Credit to North Texas, by the way. Sold out crowd. Awesome stuff. The president of the university cancels all classes Friday afternoon so everyone can go tailgate. Tip of the cap to them. I think still a successful season for North Texas. They are probably sweating like all get out right now that their coach is about to get taken somewhere else. But USF showed up, showed everyone who's top dog right now, and reminded them that it's probably them.
Brown. Yeah.
I did. I was watching this game, and it goes to halftime, tied up. I'm like, hey, this is the game we wanted. Right? This is exactly what a playoff game should be. Two of the programs that are out there right now.
2 programs.
But can be in the playoff. And I want them in the playoff. I want this playoff, right? This is the stuff I live for. But, and I leave. I get up because, I'm going to go see some friends for a little bit. And I'm like, there's the game still on. I can watch it out there. Joey, I maybe left the house for 15 minutes maybe until from TV on to TV on at a new place took about 15 minutes, right?
Sure.
Joey, when I got to the next TV, North Texas was down 3 touchdowns. It was the fastest a team has ever died in my entire life. I don't know what happened. Interceptions, USF's Byron Brown, just ability to score and be awesome all the time. I don't know what happened, but it got out of hand so fast. And credit to USF. I think we have playoff game 2.0. USF has already played what feels like 3 playoff games so far between Boise State, North Texas, maybe just in the G5, every game's a playoff game.
It might be. It's like the BCS.
They have to go to the Liberty Bowl in Memphis here in a few weeks. That will be game of the year, game of the month, game day.
It might be. That'd be a cool game day.
That would actually in Memphis. They just do it at Elvis's house.
Do it at the Pyramid.
Oh, if then Pat McAfee would definitely jump into the Bass Pro Shop tank.
Yeah, he would.
In there, that would be incredible. That was well, he would just. Do you remember that viral video of the guy doing it, just fully naked?
Yeah,
yeah. That was it's a tough visual. I'll be honest. It was a hard. It was a hard watch. That was not.
Oh.
It's a family show, Joey. You can't be doing that out here. This is families across this country sat down. This is the new Three's Company and whatever sitcoms. Families just sit down across this country. They say, hey, Tuesday nights at 7, we watch Almost Football. They brought all their youngsters inside. Now they have to shield their ears. Like, oh, Mom, what was Joey talking about there? Can't do it anymore.
Apologize to the families, to the kids mostly.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Navy football is still undefeated somehow. Not enough people are talking about it.
Navy football threw for like 200 yards the other week.
Should we just be talking? Can we just give more attention to our troops out there in Navy football? I don't understand it. What does Navy have to do to be ranked? Sargon's got Notre Dame at number 2 for being 3-2. Like, what do they have to do? Lose to Alabama to be ranked? That's their best thing they can do for them. I don't get it. Does USF go to Navy? How many playoff games can USF play this year?
Oh my God, please.
Joey, November 15th.
Mark it.
We could
Game
have
of the month.
potentially a 9-0 or 8-1 South Florida versus 9-0 Navy for the playoffs. Now, Navy has to play Notre Dame, I believe, at some point to get there. Yes, they do. And North Texas. There's 8 playoff games. And Joey, it gets even better.
Oh boy.
After Navy's playoff game versus South Florida, the next week they have to go play a playoff game at Memphis.
Group of 5. Let's go. Every week's a playoff.
Is the American Conference has to be the most, is that the most competitive conference right now? Is that just the most heated?
Sure.
Every game's a playoff game. It's incredible. I don't know if this is, usually like at a concert, you do an encore to end the show, right? And it's usually your best stuff. It's like, oh, I can't believe they didn't play. Pick a song. It doesn't matter. What concert are we at right now, Joey?
Californication. We're at a Peppers concert.
Yeah, we're at a Peppers concert for some reason. We're probably in Santa Barbara wearing Vans and doing something dumb. And we got they were like, oh, they didn't play Californication, and then they come out and they play it, right? So it's like the best stuff, right? But I don't know if our strategy of saving the best for last is talking about UMass versus Kent State. But it is ours. It is our strategy. It's the one that I've chosen. It's the one we're going to do anyway. So UMass played Kent State this weekend in what can be described only as one of the games of all time.
Grant, we did talk about this game.
It's the only.
It was my Kent State Golden Flash Ryen Russilo Team of the Week.
I know, and I should have told you not to do that because this game is just it's everything. It's everything I love about football, and it's also everything that upsets me about football. I woke up, Joey, on Saturday, and I was like, I'm going to – this was a real thought in my brain. This is how dumb I am. And you sat and listened to an hour and 12 minutes of this brain anyway today, but you did it. It was that I woke up and I was like, I'm going to put my hard-earned money on UMass.
Through the FanDuel Sportsbook.
They were 2.5-point underdogs on the FanDuel Sportsbook, and I looked at them and I said – we are going to put our hard-earned money on UMass. And it was over instantly. Dalrealist Clark on Kent State took back the opening kick, and it was over.
Great name.
From that point on, it was totally over. He's returned multiple kicks this season, Dalrealist Clark. I mean, credit to
guys make a career out of it.
Credit to Mr. and Mrs. Clark. He is Dalrealist. I'm going to be honest.
He is Dalrealist.
He is indeed Dalrealist.
Dalrealist kick returner.
I don't know how else to put it. But yeah, that was. There needs to be like a trophy for this game. When Kent State and UMass play each other. I want some kind of. I think the two. I don't know if we can do a rematch at the end of the season, but the two worst teams should be forced to play each other at the end of the season.
Oh, that'd be great.
As the opener for the national championship, UMass is forced to play Kent State, and the winner should get $2 million in NIL from the NCAA.
Oh, or should the loser get it?
No, because then I want the game to be very serious. I want them to train for it like it's bowl prep. I want them to treat it like it's the national championship, and it's the opener for the national championship. Maybe it's at the local high school or something. We probably can't do it at the same stadium, but that's what I want and what I strive for in college football. It was incredible. It should have been broadcasted on ABC. Hey, OU Texas. Sorry, verbal meme. Colin Coward. We're good. OU Texas. We've got UMass Kent State. We're good. Joey, would you like to give us the trivia as we get out of here?
I would. Grant, can you tell me which college football program, holds the record for most consecutive bowl appearances in FBS history?
I feel like you wouldn't ask this if it was Alabama. You wouldn't have the decency to give Alabama that stat.
I had a Saban question the other day. I don't want to hear that.
Do you? It can't be Alabama. No, it isn't. It can't be. I want to say it's Wisconsin had 20 plus years in a row. It's pretty good.
It's more than 20.
I'm trying to think. When was the last time I saw Ohio State miss a bowl game? It was a long 2000. Ooh, they were bad in like 2005. I want to say maybe. I'm gonna say it's Ohio State. That feels right. That feels like it is.
It is Florida State. Florida State with 36 straight bowl games from 1982 to 2017.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was that? That 2017 season must have been. That's unacceptable. I feel like I remember seeing that stat flash up on the screen as a young Grant was watching games in his living room, seeing the absolute demise down there in Tallahassee, Florida.
Yeah.
Do you have another a trivia question?
Grant, who was the first quarterback to throw for 5,000 yards in a single FBS season?
The first to do it?
The first quarterback.
Can I get the year?
It was in early 90s.
Early 90s, which narrows it down to just about everyone. Who was it? For some reason, the first name that came to my mind, I was like, did Doug Flutie throw for 5,000 yards? But no, it's the wrong timeline there.
No.
But I'm not going to know who it is. I'll be honest. Who could have done this?
BYU's own Ty Detmer.
I met Ty Detmer, dude.
Did you?
Yes. I was at a little orthodontics conference, and they were just like, here's speaker Ty Detmer for some reason.
Slinging braces now?
Nope. He just talked about football for
hell yeah
30 minutes, and then it was over. And I was like, that was the best. That was just awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, I guess he lives in Texas, so he just rolled up to it. He was like, I'm just gonna. He probably said that stat. He probably said at one point.
Did.
He was like, I had the first 5,000 yard season ever, and then didn't do it. I didn't remember it, and he's gonna be upset now because he's clearly a big fan of this show.
He listens.
Shout out. He was. You know what I remember most about his speech was him just talking about how his season after, he just talked about how like most of his career he was bad, and then he won the Heisman, and then his that was. He was like, I had this like Heisman season, but most of my stuff wasn't good.
One hit wonder.
I was like, dude, Ty, just have some confidence in yourself, man. We could do the first Ken Palms out. Could we do the first Guess the Ken Palm?
Oh.
The first Ken Palm.
I was unprepared for this. Yeah.
Do you want to do the first Guess? So for those that don't know, we usually do trivia, but we also sprinkle in sometimes a Guess the Ken Palm, which is near impossible because there's 360 plus NCAA Division I basketball teams, all ranked 365, all ranked by Ken Pomeroy on kenpalm.com every single week. And the first one just came out. I believe Houston was ranked number 1, so don't ask me who number 1 is. But we used to do Guess the Ken Palm, and Joey would just be like, who's the 175th team? And it was impossible to get it right.
That's what we're going to do today.
I've never gotten it right, but maybe today's the day. Joey, give it to us.
Grant, can you tell me, according to Ken, who the 94th ranked team in college basketball is?
Joey, the 94th team in college basketball is clearly the Northwestern Wildcats.
No.
Who is it?
It's the Akron Zips, baby.
Akron.
Sneaky
good.
Sneaky 94th best.
Sneaky good last year. Akron. I believe the MAC champ last year. Akron.
I believe that's correct.
I'm going to say, that wasn't the trivia question, but it's correct. And you only get one guess. So it's going to take us
one guess.
So we have, how many weeks do we have until March? We got a few months to get it right.
A lot of weeks. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And that's our show. Hour 20, long one, but we did it. We'll see you next time.